every now and then I like to have Joel come in here. And Joel was such an integral part of the show for really probably a couple of years. I've lost track of time, but he was coming in all the time, and it was always great. We would just visit and record it and put it out, and Joel was such a character. So anyway, he's back in town, and I like to just have him on sometimes. Catch up. Some of you guys miss him and send some tweets and want to hear his voice and what he's doing, and he's always up to something. There's always something going on with Joel that's interesting. And he couldn't come on today. I wanted him to come on, but he had to work. And speaking of work, so Joel's doing great. To give you guys an update, he's doing great. He's one of the top guys at a car lot. It's called a desk guy. When you're selling cars, you could be the guy that's on the floor and doing the test drives and doing that whole thing, or you could be the guy behind the scenes in an office that's helping put the paperwork together when it's all done. And that's a really good job. A lot of hours, well compensated, and Joel landed one of those jobs, and he was having a hard time finding that. So he gets this job, and Joel's got this saying, and he says it everywhere he goes. He says, the longest I've ever worked anywhere is 90 days, so I'll be out of here within 3 months. And it's always a joke, it's always a ha-ha, laugh, but then he's always out of there within 90 days. And I feel like if there's any truth to the laws of attraction, then he shouldn't be saying it. That he's almost setting a parameter for himself. So he calls me the other day. He says, yeah, I think I'm blowing out of here. Okay, I don't totally know that term. What does blowing out of here mean? And he goes, well, the guy above me was rude to me. So I beelined for him. He backpedaled into his office. I shut the door behind us and I threatened him. So I'm pretty sure I'm getting fired. So sure enough, it all worked out. Joel told the guy, hey, I'll do this job however you want. You're above me, but you can't disrespect me. And he said it in a lot harsher and stronger words than that. So the guy says, okay, I can understand that. So Joel leaves, but then he sees the guy pick up the phone and call the GM. Find out if, hey, can I tell Joel to get out of here? GM defends Joel, doesn't happen. Now, I'm just giving you guys some backstory. Everything's going cool in the gang. Joel's worked out the kinks over there. Everything's great. I'm filling you in because I wanted him to come in today and he couldn't make it. So he's doing great. He's over at his job. And to rewind, if you guys will remember, a couple of weeks ago, I went in to get a membership at a club. And I don't know what to call the club. It's not like an ordinary gym. It's more of a tennis club. But they have a swimming pool. They have somewhere you can eat within it. And my wife and I don't play tennis, but we've just been bored. We're looking to take up a new hobby. And the particular day that I went over there, I had the kids with me and told them we are going swimming. They put on their trunks. They got their little floaties. They're all excited. They got their towels. Pull in the parking lot. I go in. I take my credit card out. I try to sign up. They tell me to beat feet. Can't sign up until August 1st. We'll take your money now, but you can't get access to the gym till August 1st. While this is happening, Joel walks past. So Joel comes over. I'm standing there with the membership guy. I'm telling you guys an old story, but in case you don't recall, I'm standing there with the membership gal, and Joel comes over and goes, hey, what's happening? Are you joining the gym? And I go, no, actually, just the opposite. They just told me no. Told me no, not until August 1st. So I leave, and I go in the parking lot, and Joel follows me out. And I'm in the car. Kids aren't crazy about this. I gave them my word. Everything's backfired, right? I've failed miserably in this day that I was just about to be a big hero. So we're in the car, and I've got to go find another gym. I got to find somewhere with a swimming pool today. Because you know how that works with kids. You guys remember it doesn't matter what the circumstances are. If Dad said it's going to happen, it had better happen. Okay. So I'm in the car, and I got it started. I'm just about to, Joel comes up to the window. And he says, hey, hold on, before you go, there's 2 membership people here. You dealt with the gal. I have a relationship with the guy. His name's Tony. Let me go find him. But I know Tony can pull this off. You'll be in the pool in 20 minutes. So I say to Joel, I go, I'm going to sit right here. If you pull this off, I will give you $1,000. That's how desperate I was. I'm not Joe Moneybags throwing $1,000. That's how bad I want this swimming pool without driving all over town before I eventually know what I'm going to have to do, which is go downtown Portland and check into a hotel just so my little maniac can swim and Dad's word's good. Okay, I tell Joel I'll give you $1,000 if you can get me in. Now, one thing you have to know about Joel He is extremely resourceful when incentivized. Extremely resourceful. Joel had a meeting with Dana White one time. In fact, let me come back to that story. You guys will appreciate this. So, Joel goes in. I sit in the parking lot. I'm sitting there waiting. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm trying to explain to my little maniac what has happened and how Dad's master plan could backfire and we might not be getting in a pool. That's not going over well. Okay, great. Joel comes back out. He can't find Tony. He cannot find him. Go, stay by your phone. I will call you. I'm going to get this figured out. Okay. I go to another gym. The other gym is completely packed. There's people everywhere. I'm like, man, this just isn't going to work. Now I understand why the other gym told me to beat it. There's an integrity to keeping your memberships low. Even though I don't like that answer, even though this isn't going to work for me today, in the long term, man, I get it now that I've seen this other gym. So I tuck tail. I go back to the other gym. I go in. I talk to the gal. I go, hey, by the way, when you told me I couldn't gain access until August 1st. Does that mean I can't even sign up until August 1st? Does that mean I sign up now, but I don't come back till August 1st? Okay, great. She explains everything. No, we'll happily take your money today. Don't come back to the property till August 1st. We're going to give you a card. Going to say August 1st on there. You try to come in before then. We're going to show you the exit. Okay, I got it. Here's my credit card. Let's get signed up. Great. Joel calls me about 3 days later and says, hey, man, when can I pick up that grand? And I said, what grand? He says, you told me if you got a membership to the club, you would give me $1,000. I said, Joel, you didn't give me a membership to the club. He said, are you a member of the club? I said, yes. He goes, then you owe me $1,000. I said, what's the buyout here? You're hustling me. What's the buyout? So my word's good. He said, $500. I said, come get your money. So, okay, great. I'm out $500. Now, when I tell you that Joel's I purely tell you guys that story to entertain you. I was going to bring Joel in here, make him tell you that story, make him co-sign that statement so that you know I'm not making it up. He hustled me. He got me. Okay, great. When I tell you that he is resourceful, though, one time, Joel went into the movie business. Now, by into the movie business, in his own mind, he was going to start making movies. In his no training, he's going to make a movie. As a matter of fact, he wrote a script. I read the script. This was in 2006, and I still remember the script. Star of the movie, Randy Couture. Opening scene, they flash to the jungle. What happens next? And this is actually written down in the script. Randy does a whole bunch of cool SHI asterisks. Next scene. They're in the prison yard. Randy does a whole bunch of cool SHI asterisks. Next scene. This never ends for 4 straight pages. There's an establishing shot. Randy does a whole bunch of cool, Randy keeps finding himself in different jams. One point he's in the jungle. At one point he gets thrown in prison. At one point, parking lot, dust up. Every single time Randy does a whole bunch of cool. You get it? Next scene. I'm going, man, who are you going to take this to? He's like, this is going to work. This is a great idea. This is going to work. I'm going to get somebody to finance this movie. I can make it for about $3 to $5 million. I already got my star. I'll figure out the rest from there. Now, when I tell you he has no experience in the movie business, he has no experience besides putting down his money, buying his popcorn, and taking his seat. There is no experience in the movie business. But he's got this script and he's got a star. Now he just needs somebody to finance it. Okay. He's staying the night at Randy's house. Randy goes to bed. Joe goes and grabs Randy's phone, pulls a name out of it called Dana White. Joel then sends Dana White a random text message. Says, hey man, you don't know me from the man on the moon. This is a quote. Hey man, you don't know me from the man on the moon. I'm down on my luck. I spent my last $2,500 to buy your phone number. I have a proposition for you. You either meet me or you don't. Yes or no. Dana says, who is this? Joel writes back, your options are yes or no. Dana writes him back and says yes. The next thing you know, Joel is on an airplane for Atlanta. That's when the next UFC is, which represents about 3 days later. Dana gets his information, says there'll be it's called a hanger. It's the thing you put around your neck, but it gives you access anywhere in the building. It's what the fighters themselves will wear on those shots when they're walking in. It's what the cornerman will wear. So Joel gets to this arena, goes up to the will call, gives him his name and his ID. They give him a hanger that gives him all access. Now, to explain that for you, if Joel wanted to walk into the octagon in between fights, they would not stop him. So, next thing you know, Joel's backstage, and he's face-to-face with Mike Mersch. Now, Mike Mersch was one of the most powerful men in the UFC. As far as the legal team went, he was number 2 on that team, only to Lawrence Epstein. So, Mersch is in his suit. Mersch is a very professional guy. Mersch has a like hanger on. They're right outside the door of Dana's green room. And Mersch stops him and says, okay, you're here to meet with Dana. You're on the schedule. But tell me what this is about. Joel says, no. Mersch says, well, you have to tell me what it's about, and then I let you into the room, but I'm the buffer. Joel says, no. I have a text message from Dana White that says he will meet me face to face. I am here to meet Dana. Mersch is like, dude, you got your meeting? Tell me what this is about. So Joel hands him the script. And they're face to face, just outside of the green room. And Mersch flips to the script that only has establishing shots and then says Randy does a whole bunch of cool SHI asterisks. Okay. Mersch hands it back to him and says, thank you for coming, but I'm sorry we are not interested. And Joel says, oh, no. I have a text from Dana. Says I get a meeting. And Mersch is like, yeah, that's how it works. Okay, right this way. Takes him into the green room. Joel introduces himself. Joel never comes clean. He doesn't want to say that he stole the number from Randy's phone. He doesn't want to lie and say Randy gave me your number but told me to keep your name out of it. So the only part that he added to the story was that he spent his last $2,500 to buy the phone number. At any rate, he's face-to-face with Dana. And Dana is now reading that script. At which point Dana tells him, thank you very much for coming. We are not interested. Go take a seat in my special section and enjoy the show. Joel is very resourceful. I thought Joel could get me into the club. I think Joel failed at getting me into the club. But he did ask me a fair question when he said, are you a member of the club?